66 back. Then it's David Arute and Albert Saunders. Justin Bren is the final driver who is mathematically alive. He is 96 points pace in 7th place.
Lights are off on the safety vehicle provided by Whelen Engineering, sponsor of the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series and the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. The fall final is our next event here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, presented by Napa Auto Parts. It could be a crucial factor in the championship for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour, with champions to be crowned in all 6 of the weekly divisions, a pit party, and much, much more. Off turn number 4. Cam gives him the double greens. Textbook start. Bartkowski wastes no time at all as car number 7 quickly takes over the number 1 spot.
Well, he's capable of making moves like that all season long. Second is a battle. Paul Arute is on the inside, and he is being challenged by Norm Sears in car number 36. But Paul Arute is able to handle the situation as they cross the line.
David Arute now muscles his way into the 3rd spot down underneath Sears. Side by side racing there. Then the Saunders twins are there along with Austin, Bessette, Hayes, and Provost. The cream is starting to rise to the top.
Hayes a lot quicker than he was in qualifying, as right now he is hugging the back bumper of Austin Bessette. And it's a pretty good lead by Glen Bartkowski, trying to win a limited late model feature for the first time.
But racing in the battle for the 4th and 5th spot, David Arute has moved into the 3rd position. Up the hill and challenging is Sears. Here comes the 4 car, and that is Cliff Saunders making his presence known now in the 4th position.
Sears and Bessette having a pretty good battle for 5th. And right now it's Bessette who is able to take off and get that position. It leaves a crevice for Andrew Hayes, and Andrew Hayes is rocketed his way into the top 6.
While all that's been happening, Paul Arute is closing up the gap on Bartkowski. David Arute is following his brother to the front of the class. Meanwhile, further back, side-by-side racing, Sears is off the pace. Provost will pick up a spot there. Here comes Bren with car number 66 at the battle for the bottom of the top 10.
And he is trying to fight it out with Albert Hayes. Paul Arute says it's been a very slow process. In the beginning, it was just finishing races. That was his number 1 priority. Now he is contending for a win as he is following Glen Bartkowski, but he also has to worry about David Arute, who is in close proximity to the number 82 car.
Meanwhile, Paul Arute has closed up that gap. Side-by-side racing in a battle for the 4th and the 5th spot as Austin, Bessette, and Saunders are wheel-to-wheel and side-by-side. Orange car 6-4 now moves into the 4th spot. Here comes Hayes, front runner in the points mat. He's up to position number 5.
Boy, wherever Bessette goes, Hayes is following him. And that's how Hayes has weaved his way into the top 5. The leader continues to be Glen Bartkowski, and he has a pretty sturdy lead over the Arute brothers. Paul in 2nd and David running 3rd.
Fastest car on the racetrack, Dwayne Provost, 22.123. Down the back straightaway, it is still Bartkowski, but Paul Arute is able to reel him in as they come off turn number 4. Top 5 cars, nose to tail. Only one stepping out of line is Hayes with car number 9.
And he is ready to make a move on Bessette. That is for 4th. They are dead even. They exit the turn, and the man with the speed is Andrew Hayes. He is now a top 4 car. Here comes David Arute to try to take 2nd away from Paul.
They are wheel to wheel and side by side. Give position number 2 to car number 28. David Arute has moved into 2nd. Paul Arute is now being pressured by Hayes. They go to the bottom of turn 1. Side by side bid for 3rd. Hayes, the current point leader, and Paul Arute. Throw a little Austin Bessette in the mix, and the battle is on for 3rd.
Pretty impressive run by Andrew Hayes as he has fought all the way to 3rd place. And following him is the orange of Austin Bessette. Now Dwayne Provost has moved into the 5. Remember, he trails Andrew Hayes by 22 points in the standings.
Remember, there's less than 10 circuits remaining in this event. David Arute, among the quickest cars on the racetrack, reels in on Bartkowski. Bartkowski led all 10 circuits, now make it 11 as they head back to turn 1.
The lead is starting to shrink, however, as David Arute is coming on strongly. as they race their way into turn number 3. It is still
Double out.
Bartkowski.
Off the turn. We've got a spin. It looks like Sears is involved.
Jesse Hines, one of the cars who slowed up, I think, to avoid serious contact, and there's a car stuck in the middle.
And I think that's the Paul Arute machine, is the third race director from Race Central, and a group of other award-winning NASCAR officials set the stage to make sure that everything is A-OK. Let's see what's going to happen as we're about ready to go back to green. Bartkowski on the inside of David Arute. Bartkowski again gets a good bite, and David Arute changes his strategy. Goes from the high side to the inside lane. Good racing there. They touch down the back straightaway. Here comes Austin Bessette along with Hayes, Matt, but Bartkowski isn't giving an inch in this one. He still brings them back to the line.
This restart might have revitalized Austin Bessette as he is trying to take second away from David Arute as they swing off turn number 1. Bessette getting some momentum from the high banking, and Bessette is nudging his way into second place.
Deep into turn number 3, they are side by side for second. Bessette on the top, Arute on the inside, wheel to wheel. They come back to the line. It's still David Arute to hold on for second. Hayes has quietly but cautiously come to the front of the field. He'll start to work over Austin Bessette for the third spot as David Arute pulls back into second.
He has an alley underneath the 64 car, so Andrew Hayes, a point leader. Very cautious, almost getting loose was Bessette as that car started to swing back and forth, and Hayes is able to get to third. Here comes Provost trying to get to number 4.
It is Provost who doesn't want to let Hayes far out of his sight. He knows he's still got a mathematical shot at the title. Down the back straightaway, Bartkowski still being hunted by David Arute. They're nose to tail. They come off the turn. Looks for daylight. Further back, Provost and Bessette are side by side, and throw the Saunders twins into the mix in a battle for fifth.
What a story this would be if Glen Bartkowski can hold off David Arute down the stretch. Also giving chase. We have problems in turn 2 as getting kicked around is Joe Nogiec getting locked up with R.J. Surdell, and Austin Bessette is also involved.
Austin Bessette's car, something went awry with that race car. You pointed it out, Matt, as he went to the top side, and then all of a sudden the car loosened up terrible in the 20-lap event. The story, not only of the battle up front for the lead, but the battle for the points, as Hayes and Provost, they have been swinging throughout this event and not letting either one of those two competitors get out of each other's sight. Let's see what's going to happen. Bartkowski's been very strong on the restart. Last restart, David Arute went from the outside to the inside. Question is, will he use the same strategy here, or will he try to go for it in the upper groove?
Trouble for Arute, did not come up to speed, and he gets ran from behind by Dwayne Provost.
Heartbreaker for David Arute. Gathers it back, moves into the 4th spot. Here comes Hayes all over Bartkowski. Down the back straightaway. Good racing action there up front. Here comes Hayes running in the tire tracks of Bartkowski, Matt, as they work their way off 4.
And Cliff Saunders was able to move up to 3rd. We have not talked much about Saunders, but he is running a strong 3rd, 1 notch ahead of David Arute as they rifle their way off the corner. Glen Bartkowski, he knows he is going to get a challenge from Andrew Hayes, looking for his 3rd win of the season, but Bartkowski still has the lead with 3 laps to go.
He brings it off turn number 4. Perfect line down to the bottom of turn 1. Hayes will look to the outside. Up into the 3rd spot. It is the number 4 of Cliff Saunders. David Arute back and contending among the top 4 cars. This time the stripe lap marker will be given. 1 mile left. Bartkowski has hit his marks every time. Can he do it for 2 more circuits?
He's trying to hit the bullseye now, but right behind him is Andrew Hayes. Glen Bartkowski, less than 2 laps away from the biggest moment of his racing career. Andrew Hayes still has a lot to say about it, and you can't neglect the 4 of Cliff Saunders. They come off turn number 4. Bartkowski getting elbowed from behind by Hayes on the white flag lap.
Final circuit down to the bottom of turn 1. Bartkowski's still the leader. Hayes looking for the Achilles heel. Saunders is right there. Down the back straightaway. Hayes thinks twice of it. Peeks to the inside. Doesn't happen. Bartkowski's driven a flawless race, less than a turn. Bartkowski will take down the victory as he will cross the stripe first. Finishing in the runner-up position is Andrew Hayes. Cliff Saunders in the third spot, and a great comeback.
He is very close to being the limited late model champion for 2014. But the spotlight tonight belongs to the guy pulling in Napa Victory Lane right now. His first ever win. This is the best season he has ever had. Didn't really have the finishes been to show for it. I think he had a win tonight to prove to everybody that he has had a great year and he has been one of the best cars week in and week out.
He certainly has, and he said the last time he visited the podium that he was just shy of that victory, but he thought he was going to secure it before the 2014 season would come to an end. Down to Napa Victory Lane, we'll be meeting our top three. Staged, well, coming up next, the Junior Stars of NASCAR, the SK Light Modified feature event. But before we go there, ladies and gentlemen, let's go down to Napa Victory Lane and meet our very ecstatic winner.
Well, Glen Bartkowski's out of the car. What a dominant drive in this division. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fast guys out there, but you showed them the way home.
Yeah, been getting a lot better last couple of weeks. We've really made some improvements on the car. Like I said last week when we finished third, had the best crew in the pit area. I got Art Salvi, my crew chief, Tim West, Ken, Wendy. I got to thank Barry from Fluckinger Chassis, Donnie Wood for all the power. There's a lot of guys from work here. I got to thank my father. My father's been supporting me for all these years that I've been coming doing here. This is a very rewarding. Couldn't do it without all of them.
Well, Glen Bartkowski, congratulations on a win. A great drive, dominant. I'll bet you a lot of people watching the back of your car saying, I got to figure out what he did. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, you ran hard. You got up to second spot, but he was like the dominant guy tonight at this racetrack.
Yeah, you know, I guess we just didn't have enough time. Pretty sure we were the car to beat out there. I just didn't want to use the bumper too much there in the last couple laps, but congratulations to him. He well-deserved win. I got to thank my whole crew, his Nantucket Community College, Local 3059, On Point Connection, Signorama, my brother, my mom, my stepdad, my friend Chris, everyone that helps out in the car. Just a big help.
And also, you collected a few more points tonight than it looks like you're going to have to work hard, but not quite as hard as a lot of other drivers for the championship at the fall final.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We just got to finish, and that's it. That's all we got to do is finish the race.
Andrew Hayes, congratulations on second.
Thank you.
Cliff Saunders brought that green number 4 up into third spot. For a while there, it looked like you were going to be trapped in the back, but you managed to snake your way through the traffic. A nice drive for third spot.
Yeah, thanks. The race went pretty good for us. It was kind of up and down, but we, pulled through with a third place in the end. Really got to thank Barry Fluckinger for working on my car this week and helped me get it fixed because I wrecked the car last week. And, for all the setup help he's given me this year. The car was really good tonight. Really good to see Glenn get his first win. That's really cool for him. Just got to thank everyone who helped me out. American Sleeve, Barry, B.A. Museo, Rad Auto Machine, Fluckinger Race Chassis, Rob Davis, my mom, Johnson Memorial Medical Center, Tom and John Butler, the whole team, everyone who helped me out.
Cliff Saunders, congratulations, third place, podium finish. Getting near the end of the year, every point counts.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, that wraps it up down here. We'll send it back upstairs to the tower because we got, open wheel racing on this wonderfully crisp fall evening.
But you